Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Fort Prairie, an Alberta themed city. Welcome back to the channel where last time we were here we did some rapid bus network bus stations. And that was a lot of fun to do. And we'll talk about the plan for that in a minute. But I know it was off last week. I hope you enjoyed the GeoGuessr video. If you watched it, if you didn't, check it out. It's a lot of fun. If you don't know what GeoGuessr is, it's Google Maps the game. It's fantastic. I love it. And on the Discord server, there's a section for GeoGuessr, and it's a lot of fun to play with you. And if you want to play a random GeoGuessr a day, you can hop in there. Also, if you missed the Skylines 6 episode on Sunday, Shukaboa did a fantastic job with their build, and same with Joy Build Cities. I didn't get a chance to talk about their episode last week either because I was off. So if you missed those episodes, please check them out. Fantastic. I have the save file right now because we're pretty ahead of the game here, and I'm really excited to hop back into it. All right, so let's take a look at what has changed in the city. So the reason why we're over here is this is what we're going to be doing today, focusing back up in this area. And we did some changes, so I just added in a road right here, doing some planning, added in some of these smaller rocks along the side here to kind of give an interesting sense of some support. I added this connection over here, which was recommended by JMWZ, that, why not, right? So I think that works out. I think we should probably have like a crossing light there or something like that. And I decided on a pedestrian connection. We may turn that into a road connection later on. Okay, so what else did we do? If we follow this all the way out over here into this river, which I've been having some dam issues, so I've been trying to fix it off camera. We have the Bowman Dam, so thank you very much for the suggestion. And it's working, but it seems to be, still having some issues, so I'm still working on that. And I believe it was Jason that suggested the Bowman Dam. And we have a new thing right here, which is the tunnel. So instead of this cut that we had, why not make it a tunnel? We're already spending a lot of money on this dam, so why not make a tunnel? And I think it works a lot better than the cut that we had before. I haven't put the trees back, so maybe we can do that right now. Woohoo! There we go. And I think that flows really nicely with the terrain here. Awesome. Okay, and then what else is new? The beginning of Friday's episode, there was a view of this metro station with like 1 million people coming in and out, just like right now. And it used to be right here, but it was clogging up traffic, so JMWZ recommended just moving it across the street, and it's going to really help with the traffic flow. And speaking of metros, why don't we just take a quick peek at it, because I did have to, oops, that's not metros. I did have to revise the station when I was doing it, and oh my goodness, look at the amount of people that are using it. I think the 8 train cars is probably enough. It's probably a bit overkill, but I think we'll leave it at 8 for now. So it looks like it's flowing pretty good. Yeah, and I think there's a couple other smaller ones which we'll get to. The town of Belmont, that this area got its name. So let's talk about the rapid bus network. So we started out over here. I think this was the screenshot. I haven't gone and upgraded the keys. People were suggesting to use the key wall that people could walk along, and I really like that idea. So I'm just going to do that off camera, and we'll come back to it on Friday's episode when we'll dive back into transit. And look, the buses are using it. That's fantastic. Looks really nice. So what's happening with the stations? Well, I'm going to keep this station here. I really like the layout of it. If we go to the next station, I think I'm going to wait until stage 2 of our master transit plan, and I'm going to get a custom one from the workshop, and this will be like a hub for multiple transit levels, mainly because this is at ground level, which is great. And then if we hop over here, I did this one off camera, and I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. So it simulates some stairs, and since this one is not wheelchair accessible at all, what I did was I took the earthquake sensor, and doesn't that kind of look like an elevator? I think it kind of does. Missing a door or two, but I also just used the BOB mod to remove fences from the item. So in all the other locations in the city where we have this, there's not a fence around it anymore, but I think this looks really nice. And yeah, it's like a single point crossing. So if you hear my dog in the background, he's playing with a toy. And yeah, I think we might try to get another one over here, but not too sure. I'll have to definitely revise this later on. But yeah, okay, so what's happening in today's video? Well, we're going to look at this area, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to extend this kind of medium density kind of feel. I mean, there are a couple of these condo towers which upgraded when I told them they shouldn't upgrade because I made them historical. So, I mean, I think in a way it looks kind of cool for the feel that we're going for. But yeah, I'm thinking we're going to get some offices right in here, and then maybe right in here in this section to kind of combine the two feels of the downtown core. I think we really need to focus on this area in particular because I want to make this a park, and it's going to look weird if it's just buildings park and then we leave this fallow for a little while. So I'm going to focus on this one, and then later on in the week or next week we'll focus on this side of things, and I think that'll kind of allow us to look at making this a park. So yeah, you know, I think it works out. So I already have an idea for what I'm going to do right here, and that is using a certain building that fits perfectly, and it kind of goes with the theme, the Rail Yard Shopping Center. It's from a content creator pack, and it doesn't necessarily fit unless we place it down with Anarchy, but I think it would look cool, mainly because it fits exactly the size of the area we need, and it's just one building, and I think that looks really nice. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to back it up a little bit. Now the sun is not in our favor for this build. And then if we try and maybe, I wonder if we just try to turn it around. I wonder how that's going to look. And then what if we set it to this height? How does it look over here? Well, it doesn't look too bad, but I feel like, I like the ad on this side though. Prado, I think it kind of is more displayed on this side, right? So I think that's kind of nice. And on this side, it's more, street level stuff. I think this could work. So let's just grab it, and we'll try to rotate it a little bit more. We'll try to center it in this box here. Let's make sure that everything here is okay. I think that's looks like a door, and I think we're gonna need to add some concrete to kind of really fill this out. But I think this is gonna work out. It's got a pretty cool looking building. Now it says it's a shopping center, but to me it looks more like an office. So yeah, pretty simple. It's always funny coming back after a little bit of a break. Don't really remember what we were kind of doing sometimes. Some of these little hidden items we have, even forgetting how to really discuss what we're doing at the time. Okay, so yeah, I think that looks pretty good. How does it look in here? If we press tab, we can use this mod that we can kind of zoom in. It almost looks like a hotel, and I think that's fine, actually. It's kind of a small street right here, but we're like right in the station, which is kind of nice. Yeah, this is a pretty cool view. Very busy area over here. So if we're coming along this side, looks like we should get a fence right here, probably. Whoa, we're inside the building now. Yeah, it doesn't really blend too well with that side of the road. So I'm thinking we're gonna need to figure something out. We can make this side elevated, but that might mess some things up. We could try again and just flip it onto the other side again, and we'll see how that does, because I don't necessarily like the fact that the cars are on that side. Let's get it to this height. Let's see how this works. So yeah, I spent a lot of time working with this asset, but I think it's gonna be okay. Now I'm really struggling with the lighting here, so I'm just going to try and, there we go. Just for right now, I'm just going to leave this just so I can see what it looks like up front. Okay, we're good. Thank you. Yeah, because it looks like we're going to need to keep this at the same level here. So if we do that, then I'm going to need to do that. And what we can do is we can bring this right over to here. Or since this is rather steep, what I can do is just lower both of these nodes. Whoops. Got to hold shift when I'm clicking with the nodes. And bring it down to about that height. And then, oops, undo. Thank you. And then we can grab this building, bring it down to that height. And then, yeah, then we just have this slope right here, which is totally acceptable. I think that works out pretty nicely, actually. Okay, and then if we just try and back it off the road a little bit, gives ourselves a bit more space. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. And then back here, honestly, it doesn't really matter because it's kind of like a strange area anyways, but it looks like there's a bit of clipping and stuff going on. So I think this is a good kind of building to use to kind of hide some of the funkiness of the area. All right, so then right in here, I think the best bet for us to do is to just get some larger offices kind of deal. It's on the main road here. We could even make it a wider road in this section, but there's not really necessarily a need for it. Yeah, so why don't we just get this to be offices? Now we are in the Fort Prairie district, which I believe so. Yes, so it has high-rise ban on it, so we shouldn't get too tall of office buildings. But just in anticipation of these offices, I do know that we're probably going to need to just make this all concrete back here. So I'm just going to do that in advance. Just going to help blend some things together a little bit easier. We could try and get like a parking lot in there as well. Well, let's see what this building is going to be. Now, I do really like this building. But is it too tall? I don't know. I think we can make it historical. Let's settle with this one. And then what's this one going to be? And I'm thinking now that we've got these two buildings, what I can do here is remove this, and it's almost good. Ooh, it's the same. Looks like it's the same building here. So we could leave it. But I don't like how these buildings kind of work right here, to be honest with you. Just the height difference between these is a little jarring. So what I'm thinking about doing is adding in another node right in the middle here. Now what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to drop this down a little bit. Oops, come on, move it. So we do have a bit of a bump up here, but it's going to make this a little bit smoother. Let's see if we can... Whoa, did not mean to do that. Let's try to smooth this out. What if we do this? Oh no, I really ruined it now. Okay, well let's see if I can fix it here. There we go. Just turn zoning off of that. What if we turn zoning off of that? There we go, and then we have more space right here. Let's see what we can fit in right here. So, you know, we could also choose the specific building as well, which is nice. Oh no, I lost buildings over here now because I turned zoning off, of course. So let's put that back, and then what I'll do is I'll prioritize older roads. And yes, okay, there we go. And now we can get that building there. And unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna lose these residential buildings on this side. So we can try and remodel them a little bit, remodel the zoning. Kind of just do one building right here, maybe. That's okay with me. And then what if we let the game go a little bit, and then I can remove all this concrete. And we'll see what pops up. I think that's a good size building, but we need a 4x4 office, so we'll just go in to find it here and do this. We'll choose one. This one could be good. Looking at how the building is laid out, I think we can do that one. So let's click this one in. We'll make it historical right away. And this one over here, I'm not the biggest fan of, so I'm going to delete it. And then we're going to go into here and we'll do 3x3. And I think like a bit of a taller one is probably acceptable right here. So we'll do that. There we go. Click it in. And how's this looking? Oh, it got deleted. So let's delete the one that deleted ours, and let's go back to the office here. Ooh, that one's a bit too tall. All right, now let's see how this looks. And I think maybe we can get some more parking along this this side too, which will be good. So I believe parking is in transit. Yes. All right, so it looks like it's not liking that building that we're putting down. So I think we can just live with what they're suggesting that we add in. All right, I think I actually think parking would do really nicely right here. So let us add in a bit of parking. Just gonna do that. Gonna grab it, and we'll just plop them down manually. All right. And we'll let this one kind of just grow then. So right in the middle here is some iffy terrain, right? So what I'm thinking is we just use one of these, and we'll just go right across. And that should, yeah, it looks like it brought everything down a little bit, leveled the terrain a little better. And yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay, so we started on this side. I think that kind of helps things out a little bit on this end at least. Now let's look at this side over here. So what I'm kind of feeling on this side is we might want to bring over a district. I'm thinking maybe this is kind of like a newer build area of the city for a few reasons. The train yard is in here, and maybe there are some older buildings that would probably be that like have been removed, but this is also like prime land for some taller building development. I think it'll also kind of help incorporate these taller buildings over here as well. So what I'm thinking is we look at the districts here. We got city center on this side. So city center is our modern area over here. But I don't think offices are a part of the zoning of modern city center. So I think what we can do is maybe get some of these larger buildings in this area too. I don't know, but I think I don't think modern city center is going to really work on this side. So maybe it is probably just best to leave it as Fort Prairie district. So let's get some more roads through here. Let's start right here, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of make some fun connections. Let's actually back that up. Let's make this a corner. And there we go. And then right over here, I can almost bring this one out on a bit of an angle, change some of the appeal up, and then why don't we actually bring this one down then? We'll do something like this, right up against. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. But it looks like we're gonna need to really play with the heights here. Okay, there we go. And okay, so perhaps like turning zoning off of this road right here is probably the way to go. At least for right now. And then maybe on this one as well. Yeah, that works. Don't need zoning on those roads. Or this one. Or this one. I don't think we're going to be doing any zoning inside of a park, so that's pretty safe to do. And what I think is we need another connection point down on this road. So let's choose a good spot. Right here, for example. Connect it down, and then we can even bring it right up and across, like so. And I do notice that node, so I'm going to need to remove it. There we go. That looks pretty nice. And then right in here, I think, is a good spot to kind of just smooth some things out. And lower this one down a little bit more. Okay. And then right here, I think what we could do is just like have a really simple walking path connection. I'll do that. And then why don't we actually look at the nodes here for this road here. Let's bring this one right over into there, and then let's just bring this road type right in, like so. There we go. So we have a bit of a crosswalk right there. All right, so now let's get some more offices in, and right in here is just the perfect space just to kind of zone it up with offices. And I think we'll get some more right through here, just some large offices. And then now I do believe that the zoning of city center doesn't really mesh well with offices, so we'll have to kind of mix it up with just some high density commercial. I think that'll work well. And then why don't we add in some residential as well. See what actually pops up. Actually not there. I think this will be fine for some residential. Again, it's not exactly the most ideal place to have residential buildings, but I think in a way it's like realistic. Let's see what kind of that gives. Oh, you know what? I like this building. I think it has some older feel to it. I don't like using these ones again, especially for right there. So I'm going to delete it, and let's check out this zoning. So there we go. I don't mind leaving this one though. That works with me because I think it plays well with that building beside it. This one I really like. Don't like this residential building, so we'll delete it. All right, this is coming along pretty nicely. I really like this one as well, so I'll leave that one. Same with this one. This one's nice. All right, and we'll come back through here and we'll add some parking lots in. We'll add some paths. Like I think either like a pedestrian bridge could work really nicely right across here, or what we could do is just get a path down. Could also work. Whoa, I really like this building. That building's really great. And again with this large office tower. Okay, well, we know what the size is for that, so why don't we look for a nice 4x4 office tower that we were going to use before. This one is pretty good because I like the size of this one. It'll help bring kind of the look of a developing office over here. And then right through here, it seems like we're not going to be able to get the cleanest office towers, so why don't we add in some high density commercial and see what kind of pops up. It's always good to mix the zoning up a little bit. Awesome. All right, so that's it for that. Then right in here, what could we add in? It's kind of a unique little space here, isn't it? I could definitely see us getting another one of an office building, or is that a commercial building? It is a commercial building, so why don't we add in another one of these right through here, and then we should just continue it at that point right through. And then why don't we actually start going into a lower density commercial? Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty nicely. And I do need to be careful about what's going on over here because I'm not set with how the station is going to work yet. So let's click in this zoo fence. And then we'll turn off our guidelines. It's right here. We need to make sure that we have our options available to us to make future connections through there. And let's go in right here and let's take a look to try to find a nice big tall commercial building. So that is in high density commercial, and we're looking at 4x4. Now it's not going to be modern city center because I don't think I can plop that type in. This is the one we just had on the other corner. It might look nice to kind of mirror them, but I also could see us going with a bit of a different building. Let's try this one. And we'll see how it looks. Once it pops up, of course. Okay, so let's bring this one over a little bit more. Should this be... I think it should just be a pedestrian bridge, to be honest. So let's go elevated. Right from here to there. Bring it out to about that point. I think that's pretty even with the road type that we're kind of blending it with, so it's okay. And then let's turn zoning off right here. And this was my worry. I think we can get one building in there. And why don't we try and get a large building right there and we'll see what kind of happens. We might need to just forego that, like on both sides here. All right. And then we might as well just bring this pedestrian path right across. We're at ground level now, so that's good. Fantastic. And then why don't we even just bring this one right across like that, and then we can make this a bit of a parkette or something. But we do have a node right here, which we can... Oops. That is not what I was expecting to do. So let's just grab, move it right here, and we'll just fix that really quickly. There we go. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Oh man, sometimes you really... It's easy to kind of lose touch of this game sometimes. Like I was only gone for a week. I feel like I've lost it. I've lost the touch already. Okay, well that's not the building that I was hoping for, but this building does look really nice through here. Kind of goes really well with this building right beside it, so I think we can leave that one. And I think this would go really nicely with a parking lot, of course. So it looks like we can also remove this right here. And let's get a nice big parking lot right through here. So let's go... That's too big. It's still too big. Let's see if we can get this one in position. I wonder if we're inside of the zoning at all. Nope, we should be good with that. And then what we can do is kind of tack on a couple of the smaller ones. So like a 4x1. No, I think that'll still be too big, so we'll just need a bunch of these ones. So I'm just gonna kind of spam click them in, but we're just kind of building a parking lot on the back side of this. I know the ground isn't exactly level, so some of the parking spaces aren't showing up properly, but in a way that kind of gives a, you know, a rustic feel. Okay, now let's exit out and move it. Let's click in 2 more, and I think we can get 2 more in here relatively smoothly. Let's try to bring that one right there. I think that works. Then let's rotate that one just along the side here. Connect them up. Fantastic. I think that works really well. We could almost get a larger one right here. Flip it around. Again, this city is definitely a parking-centric city, a car-centric city. So, you know what? I kind of like the other building there, but all's good. You know what? Yeah, no, I don't like that building at all. So let's be a bit picky here. So we have a 3x4 space to play with. Yep. Oh, never mind. It's getting built up. And then this building over here, I don't mind that these buildings are similar. So let's make them both historical. I think that kind of looks kind of neat. And then right along here, let's put in some smaller trees on both sides. And I think that'll kind of show that, you know, the builder using that to reinforce some trees or reinforce the ground or something a little bit. That kind of works. All right, we shouldn't have actually done that because this should be some zoning. All right, I really like that. Don't like how that's dipping down there, so I wonder if we can try to smooth that out. Didn't realize that happened before, so I don't think it actually did. So yeah, it's 3x4. That's what we have to play with here. We're actually looking at this. Oh, you know what? I like that. Oh, you know what? I think we should just go 3x3 then. And we could go with like a silly restaurant or something, and I kind of like that. Like Sally's Diner. Oh, look who happened! Look who came back. The zoning. Okay, so I wonder if we can actually get that building back in. Okay, come on. It's kind of funny how it's working out, isn't it? Okay, 4. There we go. It's this one that we want. Let's make this historical. And then we'll see if we can smooth this out a little bit. Nope. Okay, well, we lost the building that we placed down because it looks like the zoning keeps bouncing back and forth, but I think we'll just keep Sally's then. And I like the look of these buildings. It kind of shows that the area was once a bit of an older, medium density kind of district, and has since really been transformed. Let's plop that down, and then just rotate this around. The reason why I'm doing it on this side is because if I get too close to the zoning over here, it can... Oh, you know what? This won't work. If I get too close to the zoning, it's going to delete the building. So I'm going to copy that, plop this down right here. There we go, that's fine. I'm just going to pave this in. I think that's acceptable. Okay. Pave that up. And I think what we can do here is connect up this pathway with the high school. I think we can run this one right down into here. Maybe we can get a crossing node at some point. Or maybe we can just run this one right down into here. I think that's probably the better option because I don't like how these nodes are kind of lining up for a crossing. So let's grab this path and we'll try to line this up right here to about here. That works. Alrighty. And just kind of curve that in. Actually go from this side. It's going to be a bit easier for me to line it up. And you know why it was difficult? Because we didn't have road guidelines on. There we go. Look at that perfect connection. And then right in here we have a nice little area for some park assets. But this isn't actually a park zone, so I'm gonna just kind of build it myself because if we wanted to place a gazebo down, it's not close enough to a road. And I know I have the Parkify mod, but it has never really liked me very much apparently. So I think we can do that. That's close enough to the road here. And then what if I just kind of blend in the concrete a little bit? How does that look? Whoops, I'm just focused on the concrete here. I'm not going to worry too much about the rest of it. Okay, so let's get a couple of these larger trees in here. And then why don't we get some strategically placed newer trees over on this side. All right, and look at this. Look how many people are already using this. That's fantastic. Okay, so right in here then, I think we can get a couple things. Wow, this area is really coming along pretty quick, hasn't it? Okay, well, first of all, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves without actually completing what we've done. So let's get. Don't think this is gonna work in this situation. Is there a 2x4? Okay, then what's the 4x2? Oh, it's that way. It's the same thing? Okay, it is the same thing. Well, then let's just get one of these guys in here. And then I can just back it up like that. And I think that looks realistic, especially if I just manage to concrete this area up a little bit. It's kind of the theme of the city. And then right through here, I think we can get a couple more parking lots. We'll just have to go with these ones here, though. These single ones, which do take a little bit longer to build because I need to manually place them. But I think these really add a good feel to the city. Kind of having all this extra parking. Oh, and there's more parking options right here. Ho ho ho! Lucky us. That's too big, of course. Let's just get a couple more of these, and we'll see if we can add a couple options right here. Now we do need to check the zoning really quickly. Okay, so I am kind of into the zoning. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, nice. So then I'm good to go. Okay, that's good. And then how about right in here, we try to add some green space. That's kind of a first for our city. Still renowned, okay. And yeah, so the reason why we're kind of doing this build today is because I was really hoping that by the next academic year we would have enough students. And it doesn't seem that way yet, so we're going to need to really push some residential in this area. And then right in here is going to be a lot of residential though, so yeah, I think it'll work out in the end. So let's go with this one. Let's bring this out. Let's turn, I think this will work right here. And then, should I try to get a road alongside here? Or should we just go with paths and then leave these as larger condo kind of style buildings? I think that's the way to go. Let's think about this really quickly. I kind of want to turn zoning off this road, but I don't want to mess this up too much. Okay, nice. I didn't. We're fine. Let's turn zoning off of this one. We're still good. Looks like it. Huh. Oh, lucky us. There we go. So we've got zoning on this side now too. So we can get some real big condos through here. Now right on this side, I don't think I can turn zoning off of this road though. Yeah, it doesn't look like I will be able to. We can do that, and then we can add some park path connections for here. Just straight is fine. And we just go like this. Let's turn off our guidelines. It's always a bit easier to do the paths with no guidelines on. Can be a bit more precise. I really like to have that kind of connection. That works. I just swing this underneath the road a little bit. Well, you know, I don't think it's the worst idea in the world if we just kind of shave that off, so I think we're fine if we do that. And then we also don't have to worry about this light post right there. Awesome. Okay, so right in this little pocket, as we're kind of waiting for this to zone up. Ooh, okay. So let's delete this. I really like it if this building could be... let's just take a quick little second here, and let's be really picky with this particular building, because I would really like it to be like a really big, fancier condo. I think this one really works right here. How about this one? This one has a helicopter pad? Okay, well... I think this one kind of looks like some New York kind of vibes to this one. This one could go really nicely right here. These could be like similar looking towers. Tower A and Tower B kind of feel. Let's try that out. Okay, and then right here, I just want to actually move this right to that side. I was thinking there'd be parking lots in the bottom of this one. Doesn't look like there is. At least from this exact moment. Oh, you know what? I kind of like that. That's it's interesting. And no parking lots, eh? Okay, well, maybe we can choose a different building. Yeah, let's try this one. Let that one go. And then why don't we try and do like a 3x4 on this side? Whoa. All right, let's do that. And then I wonder if we can get some parking right in here with like that 2x4 parking lot we had. A bit of an autosave. Poorly timed. Put that in right there. I think that looks rather nice. No, we lost it. How come that didn't work? I wonder if it's a part of a certain zoning type or something. Oh, that's a really nice building. Okay, well, let's try this one on this side because it didn't seem to like that, interestingly enough. Maybe I'm just kind of jumping the gun and these are like 5-star. Yeah, maybe we can just kind of leave it then and we'll see it pops up. All right, that works with me. So let's fill this area in with concrete as we do in this city. Just to kind of, you know, complete the look, you know. I think maybe we can get a bit of concrete on this side, fill up on this side, get those concrete trucks in. Nice. We're starting to get some parking as well, which is nice. And look at this building. It's a tall building. I like that. Alrighty. So, running out of time, but I think we've kind of done a good job here. Let us... yeah, no, it is right here. I'm looking for picnic tables. Picnic tables. Let's get a couple of these out over here. Kind of makes it feel like there's a reason why there's concrete over on this side. And then we can get a couple of these large trees as well. Okay, let's get that right there. Let's delete this. And then let's grab this path. Then if we just sneak a path right here into that node, and then we'll just move it just like that. I think that gives a good illusion that people can just kind of walk right from the parking lot there. Okay, right through here we need a bit of concrete work. Very nice. And yeah, green space. Green space is always good to keep. So we'll try to keep a little bit of it. I like how many people are using this. This is really nice. And wow, this area is really filled up a little bit. If we kind of zoom out, we didn't get as tall of buildings as I wanted on this corner. So I think this corner is the only thing I really need to rework. We do have some space over here still, and this is going to be residential. So let's get that in right here. And this is just going to be very simple, similar kind of style to this, or similar sort of feel to that area. So I think that'll work. I think that's fine. And then we'll get some of these smaller buildings right through here. I think that'll work. And then we'll just get some light commercial right through here. Nothing fancy. But collectively, this is going to add a lot of people to the city, which we really need. So wait for this all to zone up, and we'll come back with some trees. And sorry, I was going to do an elementary school. Let's put that in right here. And it was going to be, I think this was actually where I was planning it, so that's convenient. So let's just place this down. Right here. Let's see if we're encroaching on the zoning too much. No, we're not. So we're just going to make this one kind of out of the space we have. And we'll use the forestry fence because it is a wooden fence. And I feel like wooden fences are the fences to kind of use for elementary school playgrounds. So let's bring this one right to there, and then let's move this one over like that, and then we can get like a tree or something right in that little corner. So let's grab this one right here. Very nice. Another tree right there. Okay, and then we'll grab the forestry fence again. And we can bring this one right down to here. Perfect. Okay, so let's add in a few more. We'll add in some of these guys right through here. Is there going to be any? No, there isn't. Okay, so we can add in a couple. Let's go with the bigger tree, actually. Take up a bit more space. Let's get one big tree right here. And I think we're good. Awesome. So a couple big trees right through here. Really hold in the ground. Okay, yeah, I think that looks really nice. That really filled in fast, didn't it? Okay, let's try and slide a... oh, never mind, we still have some commercial zoning to go right over here, so I think we're good, but I think maybe we can still slide a quick little path right down like that. Let's go with a different path, actually. Let's go with this one right here. Something quick and simple like that. And then we'll just obviously pave this all in. Obviously. Alrighty. And let's grab like an iron fence or something. And we'll just run this one right down through here. Like that. I think that works. Alright, great. I really like the building combinations that popped up through here. We could probably try and squeeze a couple parking lots out of this, but we've kind of run out of time. I'll do them off camera. Should I find space for that? So right here is a prime example. But we can always find time for more concrete, right? So let's just fill this up. I feel like that would be concrete right through here. All right, I really like this kind of vibe right here. So let's make these ones historical. This one I wouldn't mind if it changed, so I'll leave it. But everything else will come back later and make it historical. These ones look really nice. Did I make that one historical? No. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do is just try and find a larger building for this office square. So let's delete it and let's see what we got going on. So it's a 4x4. 4x4 office. Oh, it's because we have high-rise ban on. I can't believe I didn't realize that. So that's why some of these taller ones keep disappearing. We'll see if, oh, that's not office. We'll see if what the tallest building we can kind of get is. So we'll click this one in, and we'll see if that one will grow up. And I'll just keep playing around with it until we kind of hit the maximum. And we didn't get to this side over here today, but that's okay. Let's preemptively turn zoning off right there. And I think maybe we can just do a bit of road planning while we're waiting for that to kind of get built up a little bit. So let's try and stick with the grid that we have. So let's make sure we have our guidelines on. There we go. I know this road messes up the grid, so we'll have to watch out for that. And let's see. Let's try to come down from right here. Okay, and then let's cut across right here. Nice. So yeah, just really this road that's messing things up. So let's try and just delete it. We'll see if that fixes things. Probably won't. No, it didn't. That's okay. And then I'll just use move it to bring it right down to there. And then I'll just lower it into the ground until we reach an appropriate height. And then same thing. I feel like we should try and connect up this road. Or this one. Probably this one. So let's grab... Oh, you know what? I'm glad that these offices kind of worked out. I don't think this one was the one that we originally decided on, but I think that kind of looks neat. Okay, so roads. Let's bring this one up. I don't think we should get a connection right through here. But maybe we can connect up into here at some point. But although this is more like an avenue connection, so perhaps we don't do that. And we run this one down as far as we can. Which does kind of line up pretty nicely right here. We do, whoops, Control H. We just kind of slide this one right in that little pocket. That could make for some neat buildings. This probably is going to end up being a park then, this kind of zone, which I think is okay with me because this whole area is kind of park-like, but this will allow us to fill in this zone right through here. I think this can actually go down a slight bit. Yeah, and then maybe we could even connect up this right here. Maybe not like a full connection, but maybe we can bring this one right down. To about there, we'll set it to that height. Just have a bit of a pedestrian connection or something. That kind of works out. All right, some fun grid planning right there. Let's see how this building turned out. Yeah, it disappeared as well. So I think we'll just have to let this one grow up naturally then. Or we'll need to readjust the zoning, which I will play with off camera, which I might make just a little pocket. You know what, why don't we do it right now? So this is Fort Prairie. The Fort Prairie district kind of just weaves its way around, and we've just been kind of eating away at it. So let's eat away at it a bit further. And we'll make a train yard district or something like that. Right in here. Okay, let's bring this one right across, right through there. Make sure that we have this established still. And maybe we can bring that district right down into here. All right. So this will be train yards, and I'll try and keep everything that we have, and I'll just work on getting that one building to be a taller building. Okay, so I'll go through, I'll make all these ones historical except for this one. Looks like we're about to lose this building, so I hope you have a great day, folks. Oh, we forgot to do this. Why don't we just add in some trees right there, and then I just wanted to do like a quick little park, so we could just go with That's too big. I don't think a cafe really works here, so why don't we go with 2 gazebos like that on either side, and then we'll grab a big tree. We'll place 2 like that. There we go. Kind of helps fill things out a little bit. Add some intrigue. All right, folks. Well, I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you. Where can we go for this view? I'll talk to you in the next episode of Fort Prairie, an Alberta-themed city. Peace out.